I always thought going to the gun range was a little bit funny. It's not how fighting happens these days. It's urban. It's real close. Yeah. If you want to shoot from really far away. Otherwise, most of the time you gotta get in the building, you know? Get in, get out. And I learned that really early on too. You know, fighting on buses, close quarters. You learn to adapt. Yeah, it's kind of how they say, you know. You could cut the tension with a knife. I'm that knife. Yeah. Yeah. Just short. What's up, guys? What's going on? What are we fighting? What are we doing? You know? Because I don't mind getting my hands dirty. You know, I never do. So. I've liked knives for a really long time. I remember my granddad watching him butcher a whole lamb, you know, from, there was a lamb and then there was like all this meat for us to cook. Took him all day, you know. And even in video games, you know, knife builds, they're usually really good. If they can't shoot. But still, you know. In real life, it's really tough to beat it. And nobody will tell you, you know. Because at the end of the day, you're having an altercation, you're right there, you know. What are you gonna do? Go to your truck, you're gonna pull something? There's no time, right? So, yeah. And it sucks, you know. I usually feel bad. Because they're usually good guys. And I usually, you know, had dinner with them, had lunch with them. I know they're brothers. Right? But, you know, I don't start fights. I don't do that. So, I rest easy. This guy on TikTok was talking about like the most gruesome story he'd seen in prison. And he said it was this white guy. He got in the yard and he was like gonna join the Crips or something. And, you know, they weren't having that. And a couple of guys on from the skinheads, like, went at his neck with like pens until it like came off, and they're like doing all sorts of things, and his blood is left. He was describing it. It was funny to me. I was like, damn, yeah, I've met a couple of guys like that. I don't think it's funny. I don't know why I laugh so hard. They shouldn't do that. They should not do that. They shouldn't do that. They shouldn't do that. No, that's not funny. They shouldn't do that. Yeah, man. No. I don't usually have any problems. So. Yeah, the knife is just a metaphor. Yeah, I don't actually like blood. I don't mind it, but I don't prefer it. I don't prefer blood. It's just a metaphor for my sharp wit. You know, I can do other things. You know, screwed.
I thought there would be a ceremony or something, Helen said. I could give you one if you wish, Sazet said, but I do not think you need one. I have known you both for some time, and am willing to give my blessing to this union. I simply offer counsel. Those who take lightly promises they make to those they love are people who find little lasting satisfaction in life. This is not an easy time in which to live. That does not mean that it has to be a difficult time to love, but it does mean that you will find unusual stresses upon your lives and your relationship. Do not forget the love oath you made to each other this evening. It will give you much strength in the days to come, I think. With that, he pulled the last stitch tight on Vin's face, then finally moved to the shoulder. The bleeding there had mostly stopped, and Sazet studied the wound for a moment before beginning work on it. Vin gazed up at Helen, smiling, looking a bit drowsy. He stood and walked over to the room's wash basin and returned with a damp cloth to wipe off her face and cheek. I'm sorry, she said quietly as Sazit moved around and took the place Ellen had been kneeling in. Sorry, Ellen said. About my father's mistborn? Vin shook her head. No, for taking so long. Ellen smiled. You're worth the wait. Besides, I think I had to figure a few things out as well.